Alright guys, welcome to my next video game walkthrough. This time we're going to be doing Pokemon Yellow, which is a game I actually haven't touched in a while. So, let's get started here. You notice I didn't start a new game yet. So, of course we get the intro from Professor Oak. I know there have been a lot of walkthroughs about this, so I'm not even gonna... I'm gonna just basically run through it my way. A lot of people have already done this game. I'm just doing it just to have it on here. I'm probably going to do Pokemon Green as well, which is a translated version of this game. So let's just name my character. And now, who's going to be my rival? Let's see. I know. A loyal subscriber of mine. Of course, I do not remember how to spell his name. Oops. I think that's how it went. Alright, so that'll be his name. I don't know why, I like to do one cap and then, one small letter. Alright, so basically we start off in our room, play the SNES. First thing I'm going to do is go to my PC and withdraw the one potion that's in there. Potion's always nice to have, especially in your first battle when your opponent gets lucky crits. Alright, so let's head downstairs now, talk to Mom. All boys leave home someday. Alright, so now she says Professor Oak is looking for us. Of course, Professor Oak's not in his lab right now. The only one in his lab is, of course, Argarok, who's waiting for him because he says he has a Pokemon for him. Alright, so... I forgot to set the speed button. I'll have to do that next episode. Alright, so we go to the grass now. Oak calls out and says, "Don't go out." Tells us wild Pokemon live in the tall grass, and he's getting ready to face off against one now, which is Pikachu. He has no Pokemon himself, yet he's able to capture Pikachu no problem. The only Pikachu in-game, and it just appeared there. Alright, so, tells us Pokemon could appear anytime in the grass, tells us to go with him. And now we are going to follow him to his Pokemon lab. Man, I wish I set the speed button. Alright, so Argarok's fed up with waiting. Asks for him to come by later. Alright, so he tells us there's a ball on the table and it holds a Pokemon. He tells us we can have it. So we're gonna go and take that Pokemon. Of course, Argarok is going to push me out of the way and steal it from me. What a douche. No offense, dude, if you're watching this. Alright, so he ends up getting the Eevee in that ball, while I get the Pikachu that he just caught. So I'll receive a Pikachu now, which is a lot better, especially when, Pikachu's attack is a lot better than Eevee's. It can't be lowered by Growl or Tail Whip. Or actually, no, Tail Whip has nothing to do with that. Let's just name him Sparky. Very common name, but I can't think of anything else right now. I'm gonna do net battling too. I'm gonna battle in the first and second and third gen games, like how everybody else does. I just gotta set up my net play first. Alright, so that's all done. So let's have our first battle here. Alright, so Argarok wants to fight. He sends out his Eevee. Now, Eevee knows only Tackle and I believe Tail Whip. I'm gonna just go for a growl first turn, just to lower his attack. And it still hits pretty hard, so I'm gonna now go for a Thunder Shock. Sometimes you get lucky and you paralyze him. Alright, so let's now Thunder Shock him again. Here comes a Tail Whip. Another Thunder Shock. And we get Paralysis. So I don't know how many times it's gonna kick in. Alright, so another Thunder Shock. And we crit him. So we take out the Eevee, gain 97 points, gain to level 6, and I believe he learns Tail Whip. Yes, he does. He learns Tail Whip. Pikachu only learns Tail Whip in Yellow version. It cannot learn it in Red or Blue. So it's just a unique move, I guess. Or considered a unique move. And now Pikachu does not like Pokeball, so he decides just to pop out to join us. See how it feels about me. Yeah, it doesn't give a damn. Alright, so let's head out of town now. First thing we're gonna do is head to Viridian City. So let's walk through the grass. Game's a little jumpy. Gonna talk to this guy over here. He's got another potion for us. Pikachu was healthy after that battle for some reason, even though there was no Pokemon Center. Guess Professor Oak did something behind the scenes. Alright, so let's just walk up this road. First Pokemon encounter, I bet you it's a Pidgey. Yes, it is. It's a Pidgey. Now, it's a lot easier to battle Pokemon in this one because Pikachu's Thunder Shock is super effective to Pidgeys. So it's a little easier to raise it. Now, Pidgeys have either just Gust or and Sand Attack, depending on their level. A level 4 Pidgey, I believe, has Sand Attack. Either level 4 or level 5. I don't know if the level changed when Yellow version came out. Alright, so let's hit the Pokemon Center, even though I don't really need to. Now, that guy sitting on the chair over there to the left always has a bit of useful information for you. I'm not going to guarantee he always does, because sometimes he doesn't. Alright, so that's pretty much everything here. I don't think anybody... Receptionist says you could use the PC. There's the Link Room, which, if anybody wants to battle sometime, we can. You just have to have net battle as well as, well, what was the other thing? I don't remember. Oh well. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. Nobody, two types of Caterpillar Pokemon. Caterpie has no poison, but Weedle does. Watch out for its poison sting. Now, we do not encounter Weedles, or wild Weedles, I should say, in this game, which kind of blows. Of course, there is a way for me to get them. Alright, so we go to the Pokemon Mart. Owner of the Mart gives us Oak's Parcel. He wants us to deliver it. Now, in the Mart, we can buy Pokeballs, potions, the works. Of course, we can't buy anything now because we gotta take this to Professor Oak first. So let's head back down the road. We could just jump the ledges, but I want to raise my Pikachu some more. So I'm gonna run into a few more Pokemon here, or at least see what I run into. Now, we run into Rattata now. Rattata, for starters, has Tackle and I believe Tail Whip as well. Of course, the level 3 one I don't think has the attack yet. I think it only has Tackle. Alright, so we take out the Rattata, no problem at all. Let's just walk down the road here. We encounter one more Pokemon before we head back to Pallet. It's another Rattata. Now, these things become a pain when they start learning Hyper Fang and Super Fang, because that attack is kind of overkill. And I think they reach a high speed too, so Hyper Fang may always crit. Alright, so that takes care of another Rattata. Oh, I forgot to grab something. I'm gonna head into Gary's house now and just grab a town map, even though I don't need it. Or actually, no, I can't grab it yet. I need the Pokedex first. So we'll head back into the professor's lab. It's not even your old Pokemon because you had just caught it. You didn't even do anything with it. Alright, so we deliver his parcel. And now he's gonna ask us to do a favor. Now Argarok's gonna come in because he wants to show off his Pokemon. Alright, so now he explains that he wants us to complete his Pokedex. And now we obtain a Pokedex. His dream now was to make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. In this case, the 150. And now someone's ego is pretty big here. Says he can do it by himself. Of course he never does. I will, somehow. Even though this is on an emulation device. I can still do trades and stuff. Alright, so we will take the town map, even though we don't really need it. It's probably just gonna go on the PC anyway. Alright, so let's head up. Make our way down here. Back up to Viridian City, and we have another wild encounter. Really, I gotta turn on the speed thing for battles. Alright, so let's Thunder Shock this Pidgey. That should be a one-hit knockout. Yep. So let's continue on our way up. Get out of my way. Here comes another battle. And it is a wild Pidgey. Level 2. This thing only has Gust. It's definitely going down after one Thunder Shock. Alright, so Pidgey's down. Another 15 experience points. How much more before you level up again? 4 more points. So next battle will definitely level him up. Okay, so let's head to the Pokemon Center one more time. Heal my Pokemon back to perfect health. Alright, so Pikachu is healthy and fighting fit once more. Let's walk out of this room. Let's head back to the Pokemon Mart now. I want to get some Pokeballs so that I can start catching some Pokemon here. Alright, so let's see. Oops. I did that 3 times, come on. Alright. So, first start off items. Burn Heal, which we won't need at all right now. Paralyze Heal, maybe. Antidote, yes, we may need that. Potions, we'll take 2 of those. And for starters, we'll take 5 Pokeballs. Because right now we don't have the money. And because Meowth doesn't appear in this game, we don't have a way to collect money unless we have a Pokemon that knows Payday, which no Pokemon can learn it, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get a Meowth in here. Alright, so we are now at the Pokemon School. Read the blackboard carefully. Describes Pokemon stat changes: Sleep, Poison, Paralyze, Freeze, and Burn. Basically, Sleep, your Pokemon goes to sleep for, well, it's 5 turns in future gens. I don't remember how long it is in this generation. Poison, as it says, just drains maybe about a 16th of life per turn. Paralyze, you have a 50% chance of not being able to, wait, no, maybe it's lower than that. You have a percentage chance of not being able to move. Freeze, you cannot move for 5 to 8 turns. Don't know if that's different. And Burn, I believe, does it still cut your attack? Yeah, it reduces power and speed. Okay, so it cuts speed too. So it does more than just drop attack, it drops speed in this game. Burn is a very unfair advantage. Luckily, Will-O-Wisp was never invented in this generation, because then that would have just been unbelievably indestructible. Alright, so coming up with nicknames is hard. Okay, yeah. Alright, so what is Spearow? Speary? What kind of nickname is that? That's the stupidest nickname I've heard so far. Alright, so... guy's blocking our way. He's gonna show us how to catch a Pokemon now. And my screen just went black. Hopefully that did not show while I was doing this. Alright, so he tries to catch a Rattata. And he fails. And that was his only Pokeball. So he's got to go back to the mart to get another one. Or another set of Pokeballs. Alright, so I'm going to go over here, find a potion hidden in that tree, which we cannot get rid of yet, though we can cut it down eventually. Now here's the Pokemon gym. We cannot get inside of it right now. The gym doors are locked. And there's actually no name for the gym trainer in this gym. So basically, we don't know who this is. Talk to this guy, the gym's always closed. Of course, the leader is running Team Rocket right now, so there's no reason for him to be even run the gym. Okay, so we're gonna head over here now. I gotta get in there eventually. This way will take us to the Pokemon League, the Indigo Plateau. Now, we have a lot of Pokemon over here that we want to catch. Well, not a lot of them, but there's quite a few Pokemon I want to catch over here. Alright, so now we have Spearow. Spearow can learn, at this level, Peck, I believe Sand Attack, or is it Growl? I think it's Growl. But anyway, it's gonna peck me. Let's Thunder Shock it. Now, Mankey's appear over here, and we're gonna need Mankey for, our first gym battle. Let's just run around for a bit. And Nidoran Boy. I could raise that. So let's Thunder Shock you. You're level 2 though, so I don't think I want you. Get hit with a tackle. Use another Thunder Shock. What's the next one we run into here? Nidoran Girl. Alright, so both Nidorans can be caught early on in game. Of course, people already know that. Simple Growl's not gonna do anything. Alright. We're not finding Mankey yet. There's a Rattata. If I can raise my Pokemon to a certain level, I'll stand a chance against the first gym trainer. That's the only disadvantage to Pokemon Yellow. The first gym trainer is very tough to beat if you don't have other Pokemon raised, because Pikachu cannot do anything to him. Even when he learns Quick Attack. Okay, there's a Mankey. So I want to take that. Go for a Thunder Shock. Cut its life in half. Alright, let's lunge a Pokeball. Hopefully I can get it. Alright, so we've got our first Pokemon, Mankey. Which I'm gonna need to raise for a bit. The Pig Monkey. Let's see. What will I name you? I'll just go with Rage. And I'm going to end the first part here, because I believe I'm pretty over time. So when we come back, we're going to raise a couple Pokemon and catch a few more. I'm not going to move on to the gym battle yet, but until then, I will see you for my next episode of Pokemon Yellow.